Hey, welcome to the beer review for this week. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do 3 beers. I only have one of them with me. I'm going to do something that very few people, except with of a certain mentality and thought process, would appreciate. I'm going to meet the 3 beers in the Cthulhu Mythos of horror. So, if you don't know anything about the Cthulhu Mythos, you're going to learn something. If you don't know anything about beer and you found this channel, you're going to be in for a treat. So, why do these things have in common? I have two. I'm going to review Dead Man Ale, Bière du Buccaneer, and for some weird reason the label popped off somewhere in transit, and Pirate. So, because semen. No, yeah, I know. Someone's going to make a joke about that. Are usually on the superstitious side. Why not introduce people to the Cthulhu Mythos of horror? Oh, wow, that's dark. So, first off, I stopped in Olympia at a place called Pints and Quartz, and I had a Dead Man Ale. It's brewed in Newport, Oregon. And it has this kind of I'm going to give this a 4.0. It's really interesting for me. It's got this bready but kind of sweet flavor that pops out right at you. And it's followed by this kind of bitterness. It's got a kind of a fruity smell, but it's got this very delicious bready dessert flavor and then it's followed by a little bitter funk and malt. I'm going to give Dead Man Ale a good 4.0. So, okay, like Dead Men, Great Cthulhu, one of the Cthulhu Mythos entities. The Cthulhu Mythos were created by H.P. Lovecraft in the 1920s. They are pretty much, it's an element of horror that basically states that man does not know what the heck he thinks he knows. There's horrible, horrible powers in the universe that dwarf man. So, any sailor worth his snuff would be scared shitless. So, how does it have to do with a dead man? Apparently, all the great old ones, the Cthulhu Mythos entities, are dead but not. So, apparently Cthulhu, this great humanoid creature with his giant wings and octopus head, apparently is basically dead in his house at R'lyeh, which is his great capital city under the Pacific. But yet he's not. He's also dreaming, so yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm trying to turn this into a segue because I was having a conversation with someone about the great old ones today. So, I'm going to try this. Bière du Buccaneer, it's brewed in Belgium. Very dark, got a kind of an off-white, kind of brownish head. Smells like brown sugar with a little bit of fruit. Got these sweet, it's got these bready, caramel toffee notes that come at you with a hint of bitterness. It's kind of like a toffee-ish raisin bread in a glass. So, next great old one, Safaga. So, the thing is, a lot of people have heard of Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, not the talk show host, not that Conan. Conan with awesome hair. Safaga is a great old one that looks like a fuzzy toad thing with big bat ears. So how is that frightening? Well, not only no one's really seen it in modern era, apparently during ancient times pre-Egyptian, It used to sit on a giant throne of human bones that ate. Well, the people he ate and left it had the bones left over. So, why is this a threat? Why is this so threatening? Because it basically convinces beings to worship it and offer themselves up as a midday snack. Okay. Next beer is called Pirate. I better give this actual number review. I'm gonna give this a 3.8. It's a little bit heavy on the alcohol content, but this and the next beer I'm going to review, Pirate, are designed to taste like ales that traditional pirates and seafarers would actually drink. Pirate, it has this fruity smell to it, like apples, kind of. And when you taste it, it has all the spice that jumps right at you. It's like spice in your face! Spice! And it's got this delicious dessert flavor. It's spicy and fruity and just, it's like something a captain would give his favorite sailors. I'll give that, it's another 4.0. I'll make these all 4.0s. They're great, but I'm not going to give them a perfect score. Why? Because I'm an ass like that. So, the last one, now this is what started this whole great old one. I'm in the Godzilla fandom. A long time ago, there was a proposed movie with Mothra. Everyone knows Mothra. Oh, Spoonie Moth, hey, I'm coming to help you. I'm going to fight the big bad giant nuclear powered dinosaur. Mothra in the late 90s got its own series. But initially in 1990, there was going to be Godzilla, Mothra, so used to saying Godzilla versus, Mothra versus Beggin. Beggin, a lot of people have their ideas about what Beggin looked like from concept art, but originally Beggin was supposed to look like an elephantine creature. There's some art on the internet of that incarnation of Beggin, and why is this so important? This elephant-like Beggin, was bipedal. Had kind of like a earth-like skin texture from what you can make from the pictures, and some art had different, more than what two eyes, and not only that, what is icing on the cake is a kind of like lamprey-like appendage on the sucker, on the trunk, like a lamprey sucker. So, what does that say? It resembles a great old one called Chogner Fawn. Like, well, maybe the Japanese came up with it by themselves. No, the sucker, like the lamprey-like sucker, the earth-like skin, the multiple eyes, that screams Chogner Fauna, in particular a great old one. I know, cats are making this more entertaining. Chogner Fawn always stands and kind of like, looks like a Buddha, sits, and most people believe it's like a statue. And some people misinterpret it as a deviation of Ganesha, an Indian Hindu god. The only thing is, it has some kind of weird relation to time, and not only that, it feeds on its worshippers, especially its companions, the leader of its cult, and they have a wound on their body that never heals, and they get this weird elephantine form. So why would you do that? Why would they do that? A lot of people believe because Chogner Fawn has apparently creepy mind powers, maybe he's giving him enlightenment. Maybe he's giving him basically knowledge of the universe. Alright, well, this is about it. I know this is a really weird episode, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, you got a little bit of trivia, and you got some beer out of it. So I'm going to talk to you guys next week. I may do another episode very soon. But yeah, here's your episode of Pirates, Dead Man, and Cthulhu.